Alright, the first couple of tools we're going to use, first of all the zoom tool. Let's just quickly talk about that, just on the side here. So if you click and drag up and down on your screen, you can zoom in and out. You can use two finger zooming there as well. If you hold the space bar, you'll notice that it turns into a hand, and you can drag the image around your screen if you're working on a particular place. So that's the space bar. The first two actual tools that we're going to use is the spot healing tool and the healing brush. So these two are quite self-explanatory. The spot healing tool is really good for doing exactly what we're doing here, which is just clicking and dragging around areas that we want to repair. You'll notice though with this that it samples from the areas outside of the circle and brings the sample inside of the circle. So sometimes that's not the best brush to use. The spot healing brush, on these bigger ones, what it will actually do is sample a texture on an area. So if I hit the Alt button here, and you'll see that turns into target. So I'm going to target this area of clear skin here, maybe even here, because that kind of matches it. And then I'm just going to work over the top of that area there, and you can see there it gets a little bit better result depending upon where you're working. The spot healing brush, like I said, that's really good if you're working with film and you've got films like bits of dust or something on your lens. You just need to get rid of some dust spots on the sky, or it's a really good quick way of doing that. You can see for most of the stuff it works pretty good. And then yeah, you can just work your way around the picture now. Now you can go right into as much detail as you wanted to, so we could get rid of little freckles here and there. The smaller the brush, now changing the size of the brush, for every tool that has some sort of brush involved with it, you can just change the size of the brush there, so you can see a small circle right up to 480 pixels there, so sampling a larger area. It's a bit of a pain going here and trying to guess the size of the brush that you want, so I'll just hit enter to get out of that. If you look down at your keyboard, there's the P button. Next to that are the curly brackets left and right, and I tend to use that shortcut. Now the smaller the spot brush that you use, the better the sample is, because it samples a much smaller area. It doesn't look quite so dramatic when you do that. So what I want you to do is work your way over the face and just get ready. Using a combination of the healing brush and the spot healing brush, work your way around the image, zoom in and do some repairs where you can. So now that we've used the spot healing tools, we're in a position here where it's looking pretty good just as a really natural retouch. So we're not doing anything, we're not putting any makeup on this yet. We're going to now start working on these stray hairs and these random hairs. The reason is we're going to do a treatment to this in a minute to go and push the photoshopping to a bit more of an extreme. Bit more unrealistic, bit more magazine type qualities and magazine type skills. There's two tools we're going to use with that. One of them is back with the spot healing brush tool. It's called the patch tool. The patch tool is a really great tool to use, because what it does, we can grab a whole patch that we want to repair, and it looks and compares what's inside this marquee to what's inside this one, and it kind of looks for what do you think you're going to try and get rid of, and clearly it's looking at those hairs running through it as a problem. So you can see there, it does a pretty good job at working an entire area at the same time. So I can very quickly, without spending too much time, start getting some pretty reasonable results there. It does tend to layer them up and blend the layers, so if you look at this one will be a little bit darker. You will notice it as the Photoshopper. Let's try and keep it a bit lighter. You won't actually that one's not a very good one, neither was the one before. Let's try that. Oops. Now I've got a selection I want to get rid of, so I'm just going to go select and deselect to get rid of that selection. I'm just going to work in a bit closer here. So I'm going to just work some smaller samples at the moment. I'm not really happy with the way that is blending those two. No, it's not too bad. Okay, looking pretty good. Not too bad. Now we notice a few little things, like there's a spot in here, but I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. Right, so that's that. You could use that to get rid of big areas if you wanted to repair bigger areas. You see he doesn't do a bad job, not too shabby. Now we've got these stray hairs going across here and here. There's a tool called the clone stamp. This is a great tool. I'll just do it very quickly. If I just make the brush bigger here, you have to sample an area. So you have to hit the Option or Alt button, and you'll notice that turns into a target. So I'm going to say I want to target this area of this layer. So I just press Alt or and whoops, try that again. Option button and click. And what it does, actually, you'll notice when I start this in another area, this starts cloning whatever was underneath that what is underneath that cursor. That starts cloning it to another part of the page. So you can see it's grabbing the sample on the left and putting it on the right. So you can get some pretty cool effects with a nice soft brush. What we're going to do, so now you understand that theory. So it takes a sample from one place. I'm just going to much smaller brush now because I want to work on a smaller scale. So I'm going to, if you have a look at this hair, and this is crossing over, I'm going to sample right next to it. I'm going to sample this hair, and if you look, it will bring it across over the top of that white. So as I drag up the square, up the hair, it will take a sample from next to it and clone it in. So I'm going to sample maybe a bit from here and bring it up to here just to get rid of that, and then sample it across a bit, clone it across. So you can see there, you get some really good results in there. That could also be used, I'm not going to spend forever doing it, but you could also go around. So Option, I'm going to sample a bit of hair just underneath this hair and clone this one out. So you could go round and actually with this, if you wanted to, so sampling there and bringing it back over the top, you could actually go in there and clean up her eyebrows, getting rid of some of those faults. What you don't want to do is sample from too far away because it'll start doing difference in color tone. So you want to be working nice and close. So I'm going to leave you with that. You can go round. You might want to clone that hair out of here and just clean up her eyebrows and shape her eyebrows, get rid of a few of these strays over here. And don't worry about her ear, but if you could do that and get on with that, I'll come back to you with the next tutorial.